guys, welcome back to another video. So today is a collection that has been sitting. Why are we surprised? I'm either like so on top of it or I'm always behind. So today's collection is going to be the Colourpop Limoncello collection. I believe I have everything here. Let me make sure. So yes, the Limoncello collection had the palette, the eye sticks, 3 blush sticks, 2 oils, a setting spray, and 4 glosses, and a brush set. So I do have everything here. So without further ado, I am going to do my full face while I am like doing this collection, so I have just a few miscellaneous products to be using. But I'm super excited. Have I tried Colourpop brushes? Can't quite remember, but I do like this pastel yellow candle. They're super pretty. And then I don't know what other brushes I'm going to need to get ready. I didn't grab all my normal brushes because like my favorite brushes are all dirty and I need to wash them. So it looks like I have 1 powder brush and 4 eyeshadow brushes, with one of them being a liner brush. So we have a flat brush, a fluffy brush, which these feel really nice, and I really like the yellow to white ombre brush, and then a buffer and a angle brush, and then a nice big powder brush. So without further ado, I think we should get started. I'm also going to do a little bit of a chit chat just because life be testing me recently. Where's my mirror? I have been trying to just be happy, like being in warm weather after living in like the Midwest, and then, you know, Utah was still a little chilly, and I mean it was a really nice dry heat for the summer, which I really liked. There was no bugs or anything, but coming to warm weather I was thriving. I was like really doing well, and then like I know that what I'm doing like outside of YouTube and the podcast is not what I want to be doing work-wise. I have literally like loved doing the podcast and YouTube stuff so much, which I know I've been slacking on YouTube, but like when I'm on it and I'm like consistent, I like love it. But I think one of the other big things with that comes like when my mental health is not great, then it's kind of hard to want to film or like be in the right mindset to film, because like yeah, I could film, but if it's not like a pleasant video, it feels like it's not fun for me to film, and I doubt like you guys would want to watch it. So I haven't been as consistent, so I'm sorry. By the way, the foundation I use is the Tarte Moroccan Tinted Hydrator, and I have shade 13 in Fair Light Neutral, and it really is just like very, very minimal. And then I have a new product, a new concealer. This is the Morphe 2 Hide and Peak Concealer. Because I liked the Hint Hint Skin Tint from Morphe in the Morphe 2 line, I thought I would give this concealer a try, because if I like the foundation, I'm hoping the concealer would be nice too. But anyways, so yeah, I've been really trying to, it was kind of orange, to just try to be as happy as possible, but because of work, and then I don't get to like do YouTube and the podcast like as much as I'd want, and when I do, I'm wearing myself so thin because I'm trying to, you know, work a normal 40-hour-a-week job, which I really need to be working overtime because of all the stuff going on in my life. But between that and then just like it's just a lot. I'm being pulled too many ways, I feel like, and it's my own fault because I'm allowing myself to take on all these responsibilities and projects. I got it in 2 shades, and I'm gonna try this other one. That first shade was a little dark for me. With like probably an actual foundation it wouldn't be bad, but I got that one in Peak of Fawn, and then this lighter one is Peak of Porcelain. But I'm not in a great place right now, and I want to be able to be doing like what I enjoy. And so what I have been trying to do is kind of work on Fiverr a little bit, so that people who either want to do like more social media stuff or podcasts or whatever the case may be, I can help them, because essentially everything I did with the podcast from start to finish, I think I kind of want to tell that story right now, and like then you'll understand why I enjoy it so much, maybe. So when we started the podcast, I knew I've been wanting to do a podcast for quite a while, and I just like, I have so many things that I like that I kind of wanted it to be originally something where I changed up the topic every week, or like every couple times, or you know, whatever the case may be. And I need a couple brushes. But I also knew that I had the idea of changing up who I was talking to every week. Then I thought, no, I kind of want to just start working with like one person, just because it'll be easier. Now I'm taking the Fenty bronzer cream in Butter Biscuit 02. I love this cream bronzer. It's my only cream bronzer, but I like really like it for when I want a cream bronzer. But anyways, so then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna still work with one person, and I didn't know who exactly I wanted to work with, because everyone that I would like talk to about it, they're like, oh, that's cool, and that was kind of it. And it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of talking to you about it for like a reason, but like that's okay, you don't seem very interested, you know, whatever. Or people were interested but like almost didn't want to put in the effort, I guess. And so I'm like, all right, whatever, like, you know, it's cool, no big deal. Not gonna like push it or anything. Like if you actually were interested, we would have like got started. And then me and my friend Annie, who is my co-host, I started bringing up the idea to her, and she's like, oh my god, that'd be so much fun. And originally I'm like, okay, cool, it's gonna be another one of those situations where she likes the idea and nothing ever comes of it, but you know, humor me, I guess. And sure enough, she was in. And I'm like, awesome, I'm like super excited. I'm like really want to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, what we have a plethora of is shitty customer service stories. Because like we would text each other on a daily basis and be like, oh my god, you'll never guess what the customer just did or just said. And so that's kind of how that all started. And I'm like, perfect, let's run with this. And so I had to think of a name, and so I was bouncing ideas off of her, and you know, we kind of both weren't exactly sure. So I'm like, you know what, I have an idea. I know that if we come up with a name that someone else has, then we're gonna put in all this work for nothing. So why don't I go ahead and look up online through a website to see if someone owns like names to a particular like website. I'm gonna pull open these blush sticks. So what are our 3 shades? I'm just gonna take them all out of the box. And so I didn't know still like what I wanted to call it. Annie wasn't really sure. So what I started doing is typing in like random words into this like website generator to come up with an idea and then see if the website was available. So this first shade is Coral Coastal Drive. It's kind of dark. Okay, next shade is Picnic Time. Ooh, that's really pink. That's pretty though. And then the last one is Cottage Life, and it's more of a mauve-y. Also, do you guys like the new backdrop? I wanted something different, and the twinkle lights I thought seemed kind of fun. I'm gonna go with Picnic Time. So, anyways, finally, after searching for a good long while, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go with my gut here. We have an ongoing joke, which if you've seen the podcast, then you will kind of get it a little bit. But we have this ongoing joke where, you know, customers try us every day to the point that we have to have a drink like after our last break. So then that way, like our little last bit of work, we're having a drink, and we know we're not getting drunk or like do anything crazy, but we're, you know, having a drink because customers test us. And so that's kind of how that all like started with the name Drunk. And then it kind of just grew from there, and we're like, you know what, we work for a certain company, and obviously we can't use like that company's name, so what can we use that is close enough in resemblance but will not get us in trouble? And hence Pear was born. So Drunk Pear seemed perfect. I kind of already had like an idea in my head of what I wanted like our logo to look like, and So sure enough, I looked up drunkpear.com and it was available. And from there, I started designing the website, and I went ahead and got a what's called an RSS feed, basically where we would be uploading the podcast to. And I went ahead and got approval from Apple, Amazon, Audible, Spotify, trying to think who else. Stitcher, basically anywhere you would listen to your podcast. I got our podcast like submitted to and approved for. And I found a website where, since Annie lives a little, I think a couple hours away from me, I found a website where we could record together remotely. I'm going to use the Milk Blur Inset Matte Setting Powder next. I really like this powder. And so, I found a website for us to record remotely. I got all of our approvals. I got the website started. I got our logo. I made the YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, a PayPal in case we needed it for whatever business reasons, which I think we needed it for the merch site anyways. I made us a TikTok, which I wish TikTok would get back to me, because because we have drunk in the name, they flagged us for being inappropriate, so I need them to like get back to me so we can like discuss stuff. And then trying to think. Yeah, so between the name, merch, website, streaming services, social media, logo, I edit everything like for when it gets uploaded, because like sometimes we talk about things that like I don't either want included in the podcast or like just are irrelevant. And so I edit everything, and obviously it then has to be like edited and stuff for like when it gets uploaded for YouTube anyways. This is the Ofra highlighter, Steph Tom's collab in Milk and Cookies. I have not yet used this and I've been dying to use it, so we're gonna use it now. But it smells like cookies. And so, mixing these two together is really nice because it looks very bronzy, like a goldie. Okay, I really like that. So anyways, so yeah, I've been putting a lot of work into it, as well as like still trying to get some, get some YouTube stuff done and work, and then I'm still like selling and listing all my stuff on Poshmark. So like I'm like really, like I've got my plate full, but like I would rather be doing any of these things versus like my normal job, just because they bring me more joy. I thrive at them. Okay, this is leaving a gnarly cast on my face. Like to the side it looks really nice, but then I have these cast. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, let's open up the Limoncello eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I've just been trying to do things that bring me more joy, but at the same time like they're not paying the bills. Oh, these pans are bigger than normal. So this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. A lot of, like this yellow here reminds me of the Sunshine palette. We have this pop of blue down here that's more of like a periwinkle. Some good other like warm browns for deepening the crease. And this yellow here looks gorgeous. Okay, cool, let's see what we can do. And so yeah, I'm trying to live my best life essentially. And I just feel very constricted, and then like I said, like I have some life stuff happening, which maybe one day I will talk about it, but unfortunately that day is not right now. I am actually in the middle of a court case. So it has not been fun to deal with. It has, like, if I wasn't already stressed and anxious as is, that like put me over the edge. Like I have never been this stressed in my life, and it's bringing back a lot of depression, which is hard because I don't want to be depressed. I know that I don't really have control over it. Sometimes it really does just happen, but I'm like working my best to try to avoid that. And what sucks even worse is one of the things that brings me joy is makeup. And you can't really, like, if I go on social media, I'm going to see these new launches, and if I'm already stressed enough, like in money regards, like the last thing I need to do is be spending money, but then it like makes me feel better because I get a rush of endorphins. And a lot of the launches that are occurring are like things I'm actually interested in and not necessarily just like me spending money to feel better. Because like Colourpop was out to launch, I'm always interested. I know that I'm gonna like it. I think it's cute, you know, whatever. Or like Trixie Cosmetics, I can't stop, like, yeah. Or clothes, because I just want to feel better about myself. So like what you wear also helps you like feel better. And so like there's pieces I don't have or that I really like, and I've been getting rid of so much stuff that I'm like, okay, well let me go ahead and then like replace it. So yeah, it's been a lot for sure, and like it feels nice to just sit here and film though, just because I can just play with makeup and vent. Sometimes I feel like YouTube is almost like talking to an old friend while you're sitting there getting ready. Like, do I have plans today? No. I have to work later. But otherwise, like, it's just nice. It's kind of relaxing, therapeutic in a way. Like, that's part of the reason why I think I've fallen in love with makeup so much, is because I do find it very therapeutic and just like relaxing and nice. Okay, so these shadows are like crazy pigmented. I am really into this like springy look. Okay, so before I get into that gorgeous yellow shade, I want to open up these shadow sticks. So we have this blue one called Style and Ease, which it is like this matte dark navy blue. We have this brown called Check Please, which is also a matte. We have this golden Circus Squeeze that is shimmery. And then we have this yellow called Cool Breeze. So I think, I'm not even gonna try to use a brush because I already know better. I'm gonna take Serenade. Oh, what colors have I been using? I'm an idiot. So I started off with this yellow shade here, Amphalfi, yeah, I don't know. Took this mainly, and then I deepened it with Semifredo and deepened it a little bit more with this, the Grotto. So, and then I'm going to take Serenade, this icy yellow, and put that over my lid. Sorry, I'm just like distracted and kind of going crazy, it feels like. Oh, she's a little bit chunkier than I expected. Okay, this will work though. I can make it work. So yeah, that's just kind of a life update. I don't do life updates very often. In all honesty, I feel like it's because, not necessarily that people don't care, but since I'm not a like big YouTuber by any means, I guess I kind of do think that maybe people don't care. Like, if you are my friend watching this, like, chances are we've already probably talked about like everything going on in my life. But for everyone else, obviously you probably don't exactly know what's going on, but that's okay. I did accidentally smear a little bit of yellow under my eye from that fallout of the shimmer. Okay, so next what I think I want to do, oh, I need to deepen up this outer edge a little bit. I'm gonna go back into Semifredo, that first brownie shade, and just blend these together. Oh, any of you who are curious, dogs are great. They're still living their best little doggy lives. Countless treats, and Cupid loves outside anyways, and so the warm weather to him, like, he's not even bothered. Nymeria, however, that little girl's always hot, so she doesn't really like going outside. Okay, now I'm gonna try something here, and I hope I don't mess this up. So, first of all, I'm gonna take the brown stick, which is Cheek Please. I'm gonna use this as a liner. If they're eyelid safe, I don't see why they wouldn't be okay to be used in the waterline. I do like that. It is very like orangey reddy brown, but I feel like it definitely goes with this collection and the shadows. It is very, very creamy. Next, I'm actually going to take this yellow one and dab it in my inner corner first. Okay. Let's see if I can blend these out. I heard that these don't blend, oh shit, the best. So you gotta kind of work it. Yeah, kind of like as soon as they're laid down, that's kind of it. Well, shoot. If you really rub them, they spread a little bit, but that seems like a lot of work. And then lastly, I wanted to take a little bit of this orange one and buff it on my lower lash line. I know I don't do my lower lash line as much as like I used to, but I kind of want to get back into that. So I don't hate that, but I kind of want to add some of those browns from the palette back in. So I'm gonna take a different brown actually. I'm gonna take this light brown. Actually, let's do this one. This Lemon Squeezy, which is like this orangey brown here. I'm gonna take that one and take a little bit of that and buff it. So definitely added a little something to it. It was a little bit more orange heavy than I initially wanted, but we're gonna wait because I have the new Act Natural Defining Mascara by Colourpop, and I'm gonna use the color brown. I don't ever use a brown mascara, but I figured it might go with this look. So we're gonna try it. I also don't think I've ever used Colourpop mascara. No, that's a lie, I have. So it's definitely brown on the brush. I don't know if my lashes are really, my lashes are not that dark. First of all, I really like this mascara. It's a little runny, and it literally is that. It's a little bit lengthening, but it is super natural looking. Okay, the brown one doesn't really look brown on the eyes, so it makes me wonder what the black would look like. But I'm in the middle of other mascaras right now, so I didn't want to open the black one and the brown one. I want to try a second coat. Okay, a second coat is definitely better. Definitely gives you some buildup. So show you that. So this is our finished eye look. I'm pretty into it, honestly. It's very springy, very like happy. So I mean, if you can't tell, I'm wearing a yellow shirt, and not because I knew I was putting this collection, and I didn't paint my nails yellow to play this collection. Yellow is just bright and vibrant, and when I think of yellow, I think of happy and joy. And right now I need all the happy and joy I can get in my life right now, just because I am not in a great place. So this yellow collection, especially with everything going on in my life, is definitely calling to me. So now we're gonna open the Luxe Glosses. That is the final step. So thanks for hanging out and listening. I mean, whether you came here strictly for the collection or you came here to listen to me rant and such, I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so we'll start from darkest to lightest and see. So this is Biscotti. It is like this rich chocolatey brown type of color. We have Gelato, which is like this reddy burnt color almost. We have this nude color in Panna Cotta. And then we have a clear glitter gloss in Italian Ice. I think I'll probably do the nude. And I do like their glosses. Wait, what? Do they all smell different? Okay, so the ice one smells like vanilla. Gelato smells like a cookie. And Biscotti smells like chocolate. What did this one smell like? Let me see. This one also smells like a cookie, or I guess some type of pastry or baked item. I know not everybody likes scents in their makeup, but like these smell absolutely heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Now, I've got really chapped lips, but the gloss feels nice. Once you get it smoothed out, it gives you just a tiny wash of color, or at least this color does, and I really like it. It's not super like goopy or sticky. Couldn't think of the word. But there's a little bit, so if you don't like that, it's a caution, but it's not like bad. And yeah, if you got dry lips, it will emphasize them, but just use a lip scrub. I have some Colourpop lip scrubs even that I probably should have done before this, but I wasn't thinking about it. But otherwise, I really like it, and the scent is 10 out of 10. I don't know. So we have this Illuminating Spray. I already know it's gonna make me, and it's very shimmery, it's gonna make me look oily, but we're already here. Oh, okay. It smells like citrus. Oh, that's so nice. Like, especially, like, if you needed, like, a freshen up, this smells so nice. Yeah, I look more dewy than I would love. I mean, that highlighter is kind of my fault, but... And then what are these two? A glow oil and a shimmering dry oil. I'm not gonna try them right now. I have a ton of them by Colourpop that now that it's like summertime, or at least hot weather, I should definitely give them a try. But a glow oil, which is very shimmery, and then a dry oil. So I will have to give these a try. But otherwise, that is it for this makeup look today, guys. I hope you enjoyed sitting and chatting with me, as well as seeing me play with a collection and a few other new products. So subscribe if you have not, turn on that bell, because I promise I already have 2 other videos filmed besides this one, as well as I have a bunch more planned, and like I actually feel inspired by a few. So like if I feel inspired, then they're like definitely gonna get done, and I will be a little bit more consistent. And all my social media is linked down below. I have a bunch of like cool Instagram pictures that I want to take, but I just like have to like have the energy and time to do that. So I'm really excited because I have like so many cute new pieces from my hauls and stuff that I want to try on and like put together and like, do some cute pictures. So check out all my social media, as well as the podcast is going to be linked down below as well. All streaming services as well as YouTube, and all of the social media and streaming that goes along with the podcast, as well as my Poshmark and Mercari are still obviously linked down below. I have new pieces I'm actually going to be photographing and uploading today from my hauls that don't fit me or just don't work for me, and those will be uploaded as well, so stay tuned for all of that. So that's all I've got for this one. Till next time.